All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jude Fokwan. I am the executive publisher at Spears Books, and I'm pleased to welcome you all to this book fest, to this celebration of my big brother, Ni Sama Ambe. And we are going to be celebrating his book, The Anniversary, a drama that he wrote and we published December of 2023. And we cannot wait to hear all the exciting things that are covered in this book. And for those who are attending our event for the first time, we hold virtual launches for our books to celebrate our authors and to promote a culture of literacy and reading. And for those who are not familiar with our platform, last year we celebrated the 10th anniversary of our publishing outfit. We focus on amplifying African voices. We publish nonfiction, fiction, poetry, you name it, and memoirs. So, if you want to learn more about our platform, you might want to go to spearsbooks.org, or you go to the main social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, and you'd find out exactly who we are and what we're doing to promote a reading culture amongst our own people. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being here to celebrate our own Nisama Ambe. We hope that you would enjoy this event. I think with that said, I will pass this on to uh, Lillian, who is going to introduce another Lillian, who is going to be moderating this event. So over to you, Lillian 1.
Well, thank you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody, wherever you're joining us from. We thank you for your time. Today's book launch is going to be moderated by one of our editorial board members, who's also a published author with Spears, her poetry collection. She edited a poetry collection called When the Sun Turns Red. A bit more about Dr. Lillian Lematanga. She's an associate professor of gender and discourse studies, formerly with the University of Chang, the Department of African Studies there, the University of Bamenda, and was a Fulbright scholar at the University of Florida in the USA. She is a research fellow at the University of the Free State, Bloemfontein, and senior consultant with North Highland Consulting. She has a PhD in linguistics from Lancaster University in the UK and has researched on language, gender, politics, and the media in African contexts. And she has published books, chapters in edited volumes, and academic articles in high impact journals and encyclopedia. Her research interests are discourse analysis, social media, conflict analysis, gender, and peace studies. So please join me in giving a warm virtual welcome to Dr. Lillian Atanga, who is going to moderate the book launch today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lillian. In Spears, when we have meetings, people have to always add a second name so that they know which Lillian is it, because Spears loves Lillians. You better love Lillian too. So welcome, everybody. I see a lot of Samus on the screen. I see a lot of new names. And it's always a pleasure for Spears to see new people engage with us. We love books. And for 10 years, we have loved books. We've produced books. We've read books. We have shared books. And we are hoping that you join us on this platform today to enjoy the menu that we are going to dish out to you. And this menu is made up in two parts. The first part is the book launch proper, in which we will see who the author is, and we will also launch the book, make it available so that you can purchase a copy and enjoy it. And then the second part is when we go into the book proper. That is where we will have some people talk about the book and say what they think, give you a tester session of what the book really is. But before we start the program, I want to say that if you're here, it's either because you know Spears and love our activities, or because you've heard of the anniversary, or because you know Mr. Summer Ambe, but whatever is bringing you here, we hope you have come to stay. We always have programs here in Spears Media, and we believe that each and every one of you has read a book in their lives. And we do all kinds of books. So we are going to invite you to visit our website and check out. There will be at least something that interests you. But today, this is the anniversary. This is the point of focus today. So before we proceed, we are going to introduce Madame Dolores Sholika, who is then going to take the next few minutes of the program. So we're calling on Madame Dolores to come forward and say what she has to say. I won't let the cat out of the bag. You muted or something.
Okay. I'm glad to be here. And I want to say that maybe I'm one of the very few who is not a writer. But I am honored that Mr. Sama asked me to present his biography. I worked with Mr. Sama before he traveled and retired, and I know that he's a man of substance. Like Lillian has said, like the professor has said, this is a place where you come to stay. And my teacher, late Professor Asom, used to say that even if you found yourself here by error, don't go out by error. So I hope I will stay. So can I just go ahead to present
Yes.
Mr. Sama? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Sama, or Sama Ambe Festus, whose book we are celebrating today, took a decisive step towards his literary career when he enrolled into the University of Yaoundé and earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in English language and literary studies with a minor in theater arts. He moved then to the Higher Teachers Training College, where he obtained a higher teacher's diploma, initiating him into the professional world. After a long period, he resumed his academic quest in the University of Buea, where he earned a master's degree in literatures in English. As a professional, his training in the Higher Teachers Training College had earned him a place in the teaching corps of the Ministry of Secondary Education, where he taught English language and literature in secondary schools across Cameroon. For the next 25 years, he was equally an examiner in the A-level literature panel of the Cameroon GCE board. After 20 years in the classroom, he moved up the professional ladder as a regional pedagogic inspector for the teaching and promotion of bilingualism in the Southwest region and later the Northwest region of Cameroon, serving as head of the department for the English department of the inspectorate. In this office, he did not only ensure the implementation of the educational policy of the government in these two regions, but he was actively involved in the training of teachers in formation in his former institution, the Higher Teachers Training College. And he equally taught functional English in the University of Bamenda. As a writer, he has tried his hand, or should I say his pen, in all three literary genres. His poems have appeared in poetry.com, and he contributed to Bearing Witness, a compilation on the Anglophone problem in Cameroon, published by the Spears Books. He is the author of Cries of Restoration, a play, and From the Pulpit, volumes 1 and 2, short story collections, all published in Cameroon. Generally, his writing addresses gender and environmental issues, as well as burning social themes. He is also a member of the Anglophone Writers Association. Sorry, he is also a member of the Anglophone Writers Association. That, in a nutshell, is the man or the guy behind the anniversary. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, Dolores. Thank you. And as you all heard, Mr. Sama Ambe has been doing some writing in the past. He's even written poetry before, but this time around, he wrote a collection, a full book, which is drama. So he's quite versatile. He does poetry, he does drama, and I'm sure he writes other things which are not poetry or drama. And we are going to meet the author. And before you meet him, I want to say that it's been a journey to be where he is today. And that journey also started with things like this, where he saw what we do and he asked, how can I also sit on the stage as an author? And we had this conversation going. And Mr. Sama said, I have this play, this anniversary. It's been sitting there, I don't know what to do with it. And I said, go for it. Write to Spears. And he did just that. So this is the author who has gone through the process of getting published. Now we are going to celebrate him and I present to you Mr. Sama Ambe Festus, the author of The Anniversary. Mr. Sama, you have the floor.
Can you invite him to unmute, please?
Could you unmute yourself, Mr. Sama? We don't hear you.
Unfortunately, we have like three Festus. I don't know which one it is now.
Mr. Sama Ambe Festus, could you unmute yourself? We don't hear you.
Host tried to unmute me.
You? There we go.
Okay, we can now hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Lillian. I want to start by thanking the Spears team, beginning with the publisher and the wonderful Spears team that has joined me, held my hand. I am an elder brother, like you hear the publisher calling me Nisama. They've held my hand and brought me to this platform. Actually, like Lillian said, I've been grappling with a number of things. I have done some publishing back in Cameroon, but I want to assure you that I'm very contented because this is the first time I am actually put on a universal platform. And for all of that, I want to say a very big thank you to the Spears Publishing House and the publisher and the whole team that works so wonderfully to get the voices of writers heard. We can write, but if the voices don't go out, there is no use writing. We write because we want to speak to the people, who want to speak to an audience. And because of that, publishing houses like Spears and others are the only channel through which we can get to meeting the world audience, which we intend to address. And to pass on the issues which we actually want our audiences to digest and take action on. That said, I know we'll have time later on to interact and chat. I just want to thank everybody who is in here already. I know many other people will be coming in. I want to thank everybody who is in here. that just shows me that I'm loved. I have friends, I have family, I have, you know, loved ones all over. And I'll be using this opportunity to do what I call a book basin, wherein I'll be appealing to all of you. I know the team that will run the buying of the book will emphasize this. I'll be appealing upon all of you, my friends and family and loved ones, contribute books into the book basin so that we can reach out to some schools that are very dear to me. We can make donations of these books to some schools that are very dear to me. I know you're purchasing your personal copies, but please contribute to the book basin. Spears Media will tell you exactly how to go about it when we come to the sales time. So thank you very much. I hope we have a wonderful stay. I'll come back later on when we have to interact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, author Sama Ambe. I know we don't use such titles, but if we were in Nigeria, you'll be addressed everywhere as author Sama Ambe. Yeah. So now we're going to move to the most important part of this activity, and that is the book launch proper. For us to do the book launch, we will start with a chief launcher who will launch the book, and then other people will follow suit and do the launching, and then Spears takes over and does the official and the formal launch. So before we get there, we are going to hear from our chief launcher of the day, who is none other than Ndimfo Tafo Niba. If you're not from Bafut, the title Ndimfo is a very, very, very important title. Ndimfo is the form of Bafut's assistant representative in the United States, in North America, actually, not just the United States. So the fund has his representative, and then he has the assistant representative. So for us, he is the father or the second most powerful father of the Bafut people in North America. So we're very honored to have you here, Ndimfo Tafo Niba. He is a very dynamic entrepreneur and a leading figure in data analytics in the IT industry. With a passion for leadership, innovation, and technology, Ndimfo Tafo continues to make a significant impact in the IT industry, driving advancements in data analytics while remaining deeply committed to his cultural roots and community. He is a strong supporter of projects like this one, which go to empower society and educate younger generation. And I must say, I've worked with Ndimfo Tafo in other projects when it comes to anything whatsoever that is going to develop his roots, Cameroon, and Bafut in particular. Ndimfo doesn't hesitate. We are honored to have you here, Ndimfo Tafo, as our chief launcher. And we know that you will not just launch the books, you're going to make a drive for as many books as possible to be bought, not to read, because you cannot read 20 books or 50 books, but you can buy 50 books, 100 books, and give to our ever thirsty community back there, especially our young people. So while Ndimfo is going to launch the book and set the pace, please be ready to support Ndimfo Tafo in his mission to empower and develop our communities. You're very welcome, Ndimfo Tafo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, that was a very kind introduction. I was shivering and just looking at a lot of the guests on the panel. I know Judy were asking if there was a Shesan. I shied away, but I'm here. It's a pleasure to be with you as a publisher. Obviously, you've been my elder brother for a long time. I have my big brothers, my big sisters, my parents all on this call. So I'm very honored to be called Chief Launcher. So honorable guests, esteemed authors, I know there are lots of authors here. Our primary author for today, author Festus Samambe, obviously, the Spear Book team, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Before we dive into this celebration, I wanted to invite you and anyone else who will be watching to pause for a moment. And I know some of you have the book cover as your backdrop. I wanted to just pause for a moment and have people ponder about the title, the anniversary of this play, of this book. What does it mean to you? What does it conjure in your mind? What event or occasion could it symbolize? And then, if you glance over the cover of that page of the book, you'll see a wine glass, among other elements, presented in a way that seems simple at first, but carries deeper meaning. What could really the author be trying to communicate to us by that visual? So I won't spoil it for you today, but I just want you to keep that in mind as you purchase the books, your personal copies, and contributing to that basin. But I'll encourage you to dive into the pages of the book. And then after you're done, then you can now see if what you had conjured is actually true. And I'm sure the author will be happy to confirm and validate your insights or summary of what you found. It is with great pride and humility, as I said before, that I come before you today as chief launcher of the anniversary, which in my little research is a remarkable and thought-provoking play that Mr. Festus Sama Abe has put together for us and for our community. This work of art holds a mirror to the socio-political struggles that many Africans, especially Cameroonians, especially an Anglophone community, continue to face in the pursuit of justice and freedom. The anniversary exposes the indifference of a dictatorial regime, not just one, but dictatorial regimes, it applies to all of them, towards the suffering of its people and the eventual surge of resistance against a long-standing oppressive leadership. The play delves into the critical themes of unity, the vital role of women, and the immense power of people in their quest for freedom. Mr. Festus Amambe, the author of this powerful piece, hails from Bafut in the northwest region of Cameroon, which I'm very proud to be a member of. And I salute all of the Bafut people who are on the call today and all those who will be watching. As a dedicated English language teacher and once a student himself, he has spent his career shaping young minds and igniting a passion for literature in countless students, as was said in the introduction. That is a contribution that we often overlook. But it is because of those contributions that some of us are here today. He has chosen GHS Bafut, GHS Limbe, CPC Bali as the initial recipients of our generous donations, given that those are the initial schools that are close to his heart. He had either went there or worked there. So our focus in these initial stages of buying this book and helping our community will be for those 3 schools. But that will not be the end. I will stray off a little bit and speak to something I've observed, which I'm pretty sure it's common knowledge that the proficiency of English has been on a decline. I remember growing up, our parents will have good handwriting, good English, they write proper English. But when I look at the world today, I look at our young people doing the text and typing, you often see a lack of all of that, which in my mind seems to indicate a decline. This book, the anniversary, offers a vital opportunity, in my opinion, to enrich our children's vocabulary, grammar, reading, drama, poetry. Like I said, it's thought-provoking content that makes it a valuable resource for not just those students, but educators alike, offering a seamless integration into our curriculums in our schools. Wouldn't it be nice for this to be adopted to many more schools by the government? Through its analysis of complex themes, symbolism, and character development, students will have the chance to sharpen their critical thinking and analytical skills, all while cultivating a deeper love of literature. I don't want to take much of our time, but in conclusion, I'm delighted to announce that as part of this launch, my wife and I will be contributing 25 copies of the anniversary to one of those institutions. This donation is a start. It's just the beginning, and is intended to ensure that the legacy of Mr. Festus Ambe continues to inspire future generations of students and fosters a love of literature in their hearts. I noticed that, Jude, you put a slide in the chat where we could donate. I already Zelled my contribution for those 25 books using that, and I encourage people to check the chat and do that. I know you probably were going to announce that at some point, but I've gone ahead and done it for you, and I'm sure you insist, you reiterate. So, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage each of you to immerse yourselves in the pages of the anniversary. Let its message of hope, resilience, and the strength found in unity inspire all of you and all the readers. This is more than just a play. It's a call to action, it's a celebration of human spirit, and a testament to enduring power of literature. As the author said, let's contribute to that basin for many students to benefit from. I ask all of you to join me, even more than me, to support, and let's contribute to that basin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. When I was a young girl of about 15 or 16 or 17, I read everything I came across. And most of the things I read were like fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth hand. In the sense, I really didn't have an opportunity to read a new book. Books were not available. That was so many decades ago. Books are still not available. Our young people want to read. If we are tired of reading, our young people are not yet tired. Mr. Sama Ambe started his journey. He went to CPC. So all the Bobans in the house, or the affiliates of the Bobans, or the parents of Bobans, you are called upon to continue to build the library of that school. Mr. Sama taught in his first career as a teacher was in GHS Manfe. Any affiliation to Manfe as a student, as someone who is from Manfe or married to Manfe or have friends in Manfe, we have to support GHS Manfe and the surrounding schools around that area. Then he has a passion for PSS Mancon because his children went to PSS Mancon. Again, Pemexans. We have Pemexans in the house. And because he's from Bafut, and he also taught in Santa, he has not forgotten those schools. But then you may not want to contribute to Mr. Sama's school, and you have your own schools of choice or your own communities of choice. You are called upon to buy not a copy to read, but also more copies for communities, schools, libraries in Cameroon, whom you think can benefit from these books. Even your communities abroad, United Kingdom, United States of America, Canada, wherever you find yourselves, you may want that book to be in your university library, so you can actually even recommend the book to the library. We just want people to know our story because the anniversary is our story. It's not just a book. It was written before the story even became what it is. But the book is like a prophecy of where we are today. So I'm going to call on Spears Media to come on and continue with the sales of the book.
Thank you very much, Marlum, as I fondly call you. So thank you, Tafo, DM4. That's the title. That's amazing. Congratulations. I didn't know you had such a big title for an anthropologist who studies these kinds of things. You'll be hearing from me about the significance, the symbolism of this title. But anyway, so welcome. Barefoot people have really killed it. The crowd I'm seeing here is just amazing. It is wonderful. I think it speaks to the fact that, as Nisama said earlier, he is truly loved. I can sense that he is a man of the people. He loves his community and they love him back. And I am just gladdened. I'm truly, truly happy that we are having this celebration in his honor. And so, as the moderator said, what we will do here is basically invite people to come forward and support what the chief launcher has said. We will invite individuals to state if you have, maybe you want to buy 10 copies to support the author or the chief launcher. And if you want to designate that, you may also want to, again, let the SPS team know. We will be jotting down your pledges. And if you're not able to send your money right now, that's fine. We can always follow up to see that you get that money. We get the money and fulfill the request. If you want to purchase a copy for yourself, you can just simply go on the website as well. It's a very easy platform to navigate. If you have Apple Pay, you can just simply swipe there, and it just ensures that you have a copy of the book. We will make sure that it is shipped to your address, to your preferred address. If you're using Android, the Google Pay platform is also there. You can just simply swipe. So there are all those options. PayPal, we also take PayPal. You name it. If you don't want to use your card, you can always just contact us. And again, click on that link that we shared on the chat. You would see all the details. And reach out if you have any specific questions for the team. So this is our invitation. Please just indicate, use the raise hand feature at the bottom of your screen. Raise your hand if you wish to um, make a pledge or support the chief launcher. And what we will be doing here is to uh, moderator and myself, I think, and Lillian, it looks like she's kind of busy somewhere else. We would just monitor and unmute you if you want to make a pledge or say a few words of congratulations to the author. So over to you guys. Again, thank you for being here. We really, really appreciate your presence.
Yes, could you let them know how much it costs so that they know?
Okay, so it's $15. I think that's how much the book costs. This is a book launch sale. So normally it is $20 for that book. Today it is $15. And if for every purchase that is above $50, the shipping is free. So keep that in mind. Again, if you don't want to go and navigate the platform, that's fine. Just reach out. Let us know. We'll jot down your name and the number of copies that you would like, and then we will follow up from there. That's all.
Just one precision before we move forward. If you want to donate your books to Cameroon, we don't ship to you directly. We'll get them shipped to Cameroon and then they can be picked up from Cameroon. So if you buy, for example, 25 copies, you will just pay with PS and you give us directives as to who gets to receive it where. But if you also name the school and the school is accessible, PS could make the delivery for you. Okay.
Okay, Ferdinand is okay. Ferdinand, go.
Yeah, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate my dear brother Festus and let him know that it's a job well done. And the one question I have for him, I think he mentioned that he did send or he did pledge to donate some of the books to GHS Limbe. If he did, how many books did he? Because I was going to look to send some to GHS Limbe too. That's my high school.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fube Ferdinand. It really doesn't matter how many the author is sending. Just pledge your books and we will get them there. GHS Limbe is a focal point. We all go to Limbe, so we
Oh,
can
really?
stop there and read some of the books. So we will be happy to hear the number of books you're pledging, and kudos for being the first person after the chief launcher.
Well, thank you. I was going to do maybe 10 and then one of the books for my personal use.
We can do that and segregate the shipping. That's
Okay.
possible. So we'll get that information from you. Could you put your phone number in the chat so that we can contact you?
Absolutely.
Any
Thank
other
you very
person, please just raise your hand and we are going to let you. Mr. Taff, for your hand is raised again.
Yeah, I was just going to say that my 25 copies with the discount helps because the amount I transferred makes that 33 books. So thanks, Peer Books, for that discount. It just gives way more books to our students. So the bar now is higher for anybody trying to match or at least cross the bar. So looking forward to your contributions.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for clarifying that. So indeed, yes, it is $15. So whatever you've sent, we will translate that to the number of books. So 33 books, that is amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a high bar.
Edmond Summer has a hand raised.
Sama, I must give a something before he speaks. That is my godfather. So he is doubling in here. Welcome, Tasama. So pleased to see you.
Thank you so much, Prof. And I want to congratulate everybody who is here and to thank all the panelists and everybody who has spoken here already. And I just want to say this is so innovative in the sense that, you know, we are getting a high-profile book like this one published by the publishers. And we also want to thank the publishers for doing an incredible job with the book because I love it. And also to thank my kid brother, Sama Ambe Festus, the author. He is actually a prolific author in different domains. And every time I quarrel with his language because at times I cannot even read it. because so basically, just to, you know, say that this is something which is really, really wonderful, and it is going to help most of our children back home. And that said, I don't want to take much of our time. The family here is going to put forward 50 copies of the books. And well, that was calculated at $20 each, but if we know that a copy now is $15, then you can do the math. I'm not a very good math student, so you can do the math and see how many copies add up to the 50. We also have one of our friends here who put in $50, you know, as support for the book launch. So which means that you'll be altogether $1,050 that is coming from us here. So you calculate and know how many books that is going to give. And we'll not want to say we'll choose a school. We'll allow that choice with the author to choose whichever school he wants to send the books to, and the publisher, working in collaboration with the publisher, so that they can reach the school that he chooses. So that's it. I want to thank everybody for this massive participation. And I've also seen most of my friends too here, and I'm glad to see them. So thank you all once more.
Thank you very much, Tasama. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have Alfred Via. Would you want to say something? He's bought 10 books, 9 for CPC and 1 for himself. Alfred, you want to say a word or we just move forward? We also want to acknowledge Rodney Sama, who wants to speak. Lillian, he says he cannot unmute himself, and he wants to congratulate his father and pledge 10 books. I think that one is important. Lillian, Rodney wants to speak and congratulate his father.
Okay, which one is Rodney? Because we have
He
many.
says Rodney Sama Ambe.
Yeah, we have two on the. We have two Rodney. One is unmuted and can talk. I don't know if it's the right
Maybe
person.
you unmute
I think he
both
shared
and
his
then.
link with.
Yeah,
Okay,
I believe.
two of them are
both.
unmuted.
Okay, Rodney.
Yes, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm unable to turn on my camera. I want to apologize. I just want to congratulate my father, Daddy, on the launch of the new book and tell him that I'm proud. I'll always be proud of him and pledge 10 books to any school of his choice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rodney. Thank you. We also have.
And there was one you mentioned, Alfred.
Alfred Vio, yes.
It's on the chat. Or
he wrote on the chat. He is signed in as Sama Ambe, but his name is Alfred Vio. I don't know if he's in the room.
Okay.
While waiting, we have Stanley who raised a hand. Maybe he wants to say something.
So is it the person who has the phone number there for CPC Bali?
Yes.
Okay.
So an issue of order. So this is what happens when people share their links. So I would want to invite everybody here to go forward and rename themselves properly. So if you use either Nisama Ambe's link or Rodney's link, we have, for example, 6 Festus Sama Ambe showing. So sometimes we may not know exactly who that person is. So go ahead and rename yourself. You have the option to actually rename yourself. So put your proper name. That way it's easy for us to identify you or spotlight you when we want to call you up to speak. So thank you for that. Over to you, moderator.
Yes, I don't know who wants to speak now, if it's Alfred or it's Stanley. But if Alfred is not ready, Stanley, if unmuted, he wants to say something.
All right, thank you, Madam Moderator. My name is Stanley Tabi, and I'm a student of Mr. Sama Mbe Festus of GHS Mamfe. And I come here with a very gladiated heart to not only to congratulate Mr. Ambe, whom I just realized is from the Bafu tribe. I thought he was from Bali when I heard Sama. But Prof, you and I will talk over that behind the scenes. Again, this is such a very interesting moment. And when I heard that he's written a book, I wasn't surprised at all because Mr. Ambe came in when I think we had just been in Form 3, 1988, in GHS Mamfe. So we got the flyer that he's authoring a book and that there will be a book launch on a Saturday. So in the interest of time, we just got the message, I believe, on Monday or so. So in the interest of time, we put together a small group. And I'm also accompanied here today with a few of my classmates and colleagues whom we've been talking behind the scenes. So there is Dr. Stephen Agbo and Reverend Samuel Tabe from South Africa. So we just decided to come in and at least show our support. And in this very limited time frame, we are going to be supporting the initiative with 50 copies for GHS Monthly, with the hopes of probably putting in more additional efforts to support the effort moving along. So thank you so much.
Awesome. The power of ex-students. Hey, I wish I was from GHS Monthly. That's so amazing. That's really good. So the book sales are still open, please. You need everyone in the forum. You need to get a copy for yourselves and a copy for one other person. This is not just for marketing. We need to read. If you ask Lillian of Spears, not me, we read every time. And every year, we have a minimum of 12 books that we are to read. Books that don't have to do with your job. You have to read to develop your mind. And in this particular case, the anniversary is a book whose content is as if Mr. Summer Ambe saw what is happening decades ago or several years ago when he wrote the book. It's so potent, it's so cogent, given the times in which we find ourselves. We are waiting for the second phase when we are going to have a taster of what the book is all about, or perhaps you want to hear what the book is all about before you buy it. We will still give you that opportunity, but don't miss this discount. $5 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That could even be postage if you're buying just one copy. So any other persons who want to get any number of copies, one copy we will still post it to you. So any other person? If not, Spears, I don't know if we can move to the second. Okay, Polycarp Ambe, your hand is up. We can unmute Polycarp.
He's unmuted.
Good
Okay,
afternoon.
Polycarp. Yes,
Can
good
you hear me?
afternoon, Polycarp. Yes, we
Good
can hear you.
afternoon. I'd like to start by acknowledging the presence of the deputy representative of the Fon of Bafut, Tasama, my brother-in-law, and all the other brothers and sisters following this event online, and those I can see. You cannot hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Go ahead. You can.
Okay.
There seems to be an appliance that is open. If you have two
That's muted now.
appliances. Okay, thank you.
So having acknowledged all my brothers and sisters who are attending this event, I'd like to say that I'm really privileged and honored to have been invited to this event. As charity begins at home, I'm really happy that the author of this book is from our native land, Bafut, and I'm privileged to know him. I'm privileged and honored, privileged to know him as a brother-in-law and friend, and as a seasoned teacher, and I would say a leader, not only in Bafut, but in Cameroon, because I've read his books, I've read his sermons, and I've been very inspired by all he has written. We have had time to discuss many ideas about the subject matter of this book. Mr. Ndifo asked us what the cover page, the picture on the cover page conjures up in our minds. And I and the author have had time to bewail the tragedy that has befallen all Anglophones in Cameroon, to the extent that many of us find ourselves on self-exile in North America, whereas we would have loved to be back at home. We've not been able to really enjoy our retirement. I know I am speaking not just for myself, but for many of us who are out here. The cover page, that the picture, conjures up a land in which the leadership is having a champagne party, whereas the common man and woman languishes in abject poverty. Whereas we are supposed to be the richest of the provinces or the regions of Cameroon, we find ourselves at the receiving end of those who organize such champagne parties. So having said that, I really want to thank the publisher for the initiative of publishing books like this one, which are helping us to have a forum to express ourselves. And I look forward to contacting you to see how I can also publish a few things. So thank you very much. Thanks for organizing this event. Thank you, Dr. Lillian, for moderating this event. And I'm also privileged to have known you. I would like to support this book launch by buying 20 books. And I would suggest that the books be distributed to the 3 schools identified by the author. And my alma mater, Bishop Rogan College, should have 2. And Sacred Heart College, which I also attended, should also have 2 of those books. And then the rest can be distributed as the author so wishes. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Me ambata, me nga. Matong to bufu ni tinda wa mabukum lilian lumwa matong to no woman in quite mumai in a ruby in a yung and do. Ndu mo wa bufu kintina da, wabi in a 2, tinamuchi. Abi in a tundu and kapayami wu bob ma. Okay, everyone, I spoke Bafut. I am a proud Mabukum from Bafut. So if you're not from Bafut, affiliate yourself. And being here is already an affiliation. Thank you all so much. We have Mr. Joseph Jinjo, who bought 5 copies. Lillian Spears. I think he wrote directly to me. I'm going to give you the full details. He's asking for the QR code. So if you can share the QR code again in the chat, anyone who wants can scan it. There are different payment methods. So you scan it and you pay and you report to us. And then we are getting the inventory of everyone who has indicated the number of copies. And Mr. Polikam Niba has bought 20 copies, 2 to Bishop Rogan, 2 to Sacred Heart, and the rest to schools of preference of Mr. Sama Ambe. Now we have Yvonne Sama, whose hand is up. Yvonne will have you, then we'll have Pius, and then we have Patience. Yvonne? If you can unmute Yvonne. Okay, thank you.
Hi everybody. My name is Yvonne. That's my uncle, Sama Festus. You know, when we were growing up, they said if you are not intelligent, they are going to send you to a technical school. So basically, I went to a technical school, government technical school, GTHS Bamenda, and I went to a girls' school in Bafut. Formerly, it was known as PHMC, Presbyterian Homemaking Center, but by the grace of God, we're going higher and higher. So when my uncle spoke about this book, I was like, I'm not a fan of reading and all that, but we are so grateful for him, and we want to like keep pushing the family up and keep supporting him in whatever he want to do. So I'm going to contribute with 7 books. He's going to decide where he want to send them. But that's my own little contribution that I can support the family and also to support my uncle.
Hey, so thank you very much, Yvonne. We're really proud of you. And technical schools were not for dull people. It was just a mentality. Okay, for everyone who still has to buy, we are having challenges. So if you promise to buy and we don't have your phone number and you don't buy directly, then we'll be unable to contact you. So you must do one of 2 things. You either give us your phone number in the chat room and your number of copies so that we can contact you, phone number, email, or you scan the QR code that is being provided and you pay directly. Those are the 2 possibilities. Otherwise, we need your contact to be able to contact you to buy the book. Now, one other thing, I know there are many more people who want to buy. We may not have time to attend to everyone to talk when they buy. So we're going to take the people whose hands are raised. We will just give you like 25 to 30 seconds max to say what you want to say, and then we'll move on to the next phase of the program. Otherwise, people will start dropping. We don't want people to abandon the author on stage, right? So we want to make this as enjoyable as possible and have the opportunity to listen to excerpts of the book. So let's save time and limit the amount of time that we talk. After the book launch, we are going to have a free for all. Everyone can talk and say their mind. So Lillian, you can put down your hand. Pius, you go. And then Roland, and then Rodney and Roland. So Pius.
Congratulate my HOD, Mr. Sama Festus, is somebody with a very powerful pen, and I'm not surprised that he can produce something of quality like what we are gathered today, though virtually to celebrate. And I wish him well. I will buy later on. He knows I'm going to buy, but I just want to say kudos to Sama.
Thank you very much. Rodney? If someone can unmute Rodney. Okay, Rodney, you're on.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, it might be Rodney, but it's Immaculate. Rodney's
Okay, okay, Immaculate.
So we use the same link, that's why. I'm first of all very happy and thankful for this opportunity. And I want to congratulate my dad and thank him so much for all he's been doing. And to let him know I am very proud of him and we are proud of him. He knows that. So I'm gonna do 5 copies for any school of his choice, just to support his work. And thank you all for being there and supporting.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Immaculate. Thank you so much. You see why it's good to have children? They are coming up, both academic children and the other ones. So, Mr. Nguang, you're on. I hope Spears is capturing all the input in the chat because we may lose information if Spears is not capturing. Okay, Mr. Ngwang,
Chat will be
can someone
safe.
unmute him? Ngwang Roland.
Yes, okay. Are you getting me?
Yes, we are.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Yes, we had lots of hitches, communication
Yes.
with a few friends. With a few friends. I mean, some of us are Festus's classmates in university. And right back in Bamenda here, we have a group of former classmates that we've come together. A few of us are on board right now. The others are struggling to get on board. We had issues of communication getting on board and the rest, and we didn't also know the price. So with a few friends, now that we've known the cost, we'll get back and then indicate exactly the number of copies we'll be offering. But we wish to send a message to our brother that knowing exactly the quality of his pen and the tons of manuscripts he has under his armpit, we are saying that this publication is not yet the beginning. He has not started. He's not started. If he wants us to speak, to promise, to make a promise that he has not yet started, because
The network is not very good.
I know what I'm talking about. Yes, that's what I was saying. So that's just the difficulties we're having. Fine, all right. So right back. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Mabukum Sama Regina, that's again a Mabukum. That's a rare name to have in Bafut. If you hear a Mabukum, give them respect. Mabukum Regina, you're on. Can we unmute her? And Brian Sama is also on standby. Okay, Mabukum, go ahead.
Reginald Samambe, one of Festus's sons.
Regina, not Regina. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Reginald Samambe, and I just want to congratulate my dad for his book publication. And well, we're 5 boys, so I'm going to pledge 5 books.
Good job. Thank you very much, Regina. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Regina, 5 books. Brian Samambe. Brian?
Hello. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yes, we do. Go ahead.
So I'm Brian Samambe, one of the 5 boys Reginald just mentioned, the first of 5, and I just want to congratulate my dad, Festus Samambe. I want to congratulate him and let him know that we're all very proud of him, and we're all very proud of this step that he has taken, and this for us and for him should be a foundation. It should be a springboard, because we all know the person that he is. We all know his literally hand. We all know his knack for writing, and this has been a long time coming. It's no surprise, but we're glad that it's finally here, and we just hope that this is a springboard for more, because he has so much to offer the world. He has so much to offer the world of literature when it comes to writing, and we're just glad that we're here. And of course, we're going to support him the best way that we can. I think I had already bought about 6 books and shared to some of my friends who have come back with very positive reviews. And the book is it's something that is very, very important in our economy, in our society, the society that the book was written for. So I'm just very grateful to have him as a dad. And again, congratulations. And I would also like to support with 10 books. And
Wonderful.
Well, I think the books are going to go to wherever the books are going to, wherever he deems that the books are going to. My brothers and myself, we're going to put it together, and wherever he deems that the books should go to, they're going to go to. But yeah, I'm also supporting with 10 books. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. There's a saying in Buffalo that says that the walking stick of the aged are the children. We are seeing evidence of that. Mr. Sama, you did well. Patience Kobe just bought 2 copies. Nemcool Samuel will need 5 copies, and I just want to remind you all that the QR code has been put again in the chat. If you just go to the chat, you scroll right to the bottom, about 5 messages to the bottom, the QR code is there. And the last person, please, please, please don't take more than 30 seconds so that we can save time, is Mr. Grigoli Ambechenwe. That's the last speaker for the day when it comes to this part of the ceremony. You're muted, Mr. Grigoli. I don't know if, okay, go ahead. You're unmuted now.
Thank you, Madam the Moderator. Ambechoni Grigoli is my name. And I personally, when I heard of this book launch from a classmate just a few hours ago on a forum, I said, no, I cannot miss this. I'm so proud of Mr. Stama. That was my literature teacher in Form 3, 1998 GHS Baffle, and I was his best student.
Oh, wow.
He used to call me my son. He was like a man to me. Love literature. Unfortunately, the class was science teacher today, but I still look onto him mentor. I wish I could make GH become what before. Honestly speaking, I will even pledge what I will not be able to pay. Those who are far back there enjoy what and model have come to build for years. I will congratulate him again and say that my classmates that we were together, I will keep them informed of this. I will be one of his advertiser of the book. And I am not in Cameroon now, but I personally want to support him by pledging 2 books, one for my wife and my family, she's in Boya, and one for the Bafut Council Library. I will drop my Momo number. I don't know how I can pay through Momo, or if possible, my wife can pay from Cameroon, cash. If it's possible, let me know when I'm taking 2 copies, one for my personal family and one for the Bafo Council. For whoever visit the Bafo Council should have a chance to read this book in honor of our teacher, Mr. Ambe Festus.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ambecheni. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are in Cameroon, PS is going to provide a number now for which you can send your Momo to get your copies in Cameroon. But we will note that the copies in Cameroon will not be available immediately. It will we have to ship them. And you know what shipping does when it comes to shipping to Cameroon. But drop your number and we drop your Momo number and your number of copies. Sorry, your phone number and your number of copies. And we're also going to drop a Momo number before the end of this show so that you can send your money to the Momo number and get your copies. So those in Cameroon, don't despair. You will get the books right in Cameroon. Is that okay? So we are going to move to the next phase of the book launch, but that does not stop people from buying their copies. Keep it going, keep the Zelle going, keep the Momo numbers going. Even if it's a copy just for yourself or your family library, that is good. I have my copy and I'm calling on Spears. We do the book launch. If you already bought the book before, just hold your book ready and waiting for Spears. So Spears, I hand over to you.
Thank you very much, Marlon, you're doing such a fantastic job. Thank you very much. That baffled we program, so I really wanted to understand everything. I just could not. So hopefully my visa will be a permanent resident of Bafut so I can improve my Bafu, my spoken Bafu. All right, awesome. We will be sharing, let me see, 1 second, please. So this is the part that we try to just celebrate the book. In the past, what we have done is to get people who have purchased copies to raise them. We're trying to do something slightly different this time. Please co-host, try to meet those who, we can actually unmute everybody now because I think we want to do like a virtual kind of celebration. And so can you all see my screen?
Yes.
So this, can you unmute everybody, please? I think this is where we invite everyone to just celebrate the author. As you can see, the cover there, it's a very beautiful, catchy cover. It has a champagne glass that is shattered somehow. Just something
Yeah, it's a little background conversation. Maybe we meet all again.
oh, might be unmuted too soon. All right, so
Bridget, I'm going to mute. I muted everybody, so you unmute yourself first.
Okay, very good. Yes, I was just going to say that we want to coordinate this. This is not an opportunity for people to actually talk, but we just want to cheer and again clap for the author to celebrate this milestone. As one of his brothers said, he has not even started. So this is just sprinkling. He's just kind of laying the foundation, more or less. So I invite everyone here now to, again, just clap, celebrate the author. So congratulations.
You can also use the reaction button.
Mhm.
That's easier for you.
Absolutely.
Take
So
a
this
reaction.
is where we say this book is officially launched, and we are very proud of Ni Sama Ambe, and we look forward to further collaboration with you. We know that more works will be coming. We want to wish him excellent health, strength, because that's ultimately the most important wealth, right? So that you should be able to write more and tell more stories. So again, congratulations, and we look forward to even more titles through this platform. All right, so we're going to move on to the next phase. Marlon, over to you.
That me or Lillian?
Moderator, moderator.
I didn't get you.
I said you, the moderator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you have your copy, you raise it. And my background is a little bit tricky. If you have your copy, you raise it. And if you don't have a copy, you just wave. And I think Spears is going to take a picture. We're going to put it in the gallery view so we can see everybody. If you can be on camera, we'll really appreciate it. Everyone. So Chief Moderator would like to also see you on screen if that is possible. Chief Launcher, not Moderator, sorry.
Yeah, you don't need to have a copy of the book. I think this is just a moment you want to kind of mark your presence.
Virtual claps. You can go to the reaction button and you choose one. And we declare this book launched. Woo! Okay. We are now moving to the second part of the book launch, which is a more exciting one for the ordinary person And here we are going to be doing the book appraisal and reading of excerpts of the book. And the first person we're going to call on is Professor Mrs. Elizabeth Ayuk Etang. Elizabeth is a professor of African literatures, genders, and environmental studies in Xavier University. Did I pronounce it well? In Xavier University. So Elizabeth, we are going to give you the floor so you give our audience a taster of what the anniversary is all about. Elizabeth, you have the floor. We need to unmute Elizabeth.
Yeah.
The unmute button is the lower end.
No, I know. I'm waiting. Okay, that's fine. So thank you so much, Madam the Moderator. I want to thank the Spears publishers. I want to thank everybody who is here today to, support and encourage Mr. Festus Sama. It's been a long while. It's been a while, and I really feel honored doing this today. I want to thank you all. Spears, you're doing a wonderful job. And like I said earlier at the beginning, I think I'm already being affiliated to Spears, either by recommendation or, so I don't know. I've heard a lot of things today about Mr. Sama. Congratulations. You are the man of the people. People love you so much. And we've just seen this. This is actually what we need from teachers. We call it a noble profession, but we don't understand it until when we see your students start coming up and saying things about you, So congratulations. I don't know how I knew you. I don't know whether I knew you as a student or a teacher, but you were just a big brother, that kind of person that we respected so much. And I want to appreciate the fact that I'm doing this again today. Lillian, thank you for having me over. I'm doing a little appraisal of the book, and asking me just to read an excerpt is a little tight because the anniversary, the way I see it as a mimicry of a society that grapples with layers of political malfunctioning, such as autocracy, gerontocracy, divide and rule, superficiality, and femocracy. I likened the anniversary to The Beast of No Nations by Batebison. And I look at it as a dramatization of psychosocial, economic, and political disequilibrium that has been imposed on the post-independent Cameroon, if I have to put it in quotes, to use hilarious and base words in one of the one of his works. The dramatic dialogue of the book, especially when we see the royal bard and the administrative officers recast the divide and rule principles of the society, which the royal bard actually explains as the royal secret. So there is a secret in that society where the people, the top leaders have. And he said it's a royal secret. And we find that on page 34 for those who have the book. However, there is an epistemic, I call it epistemic transformation from the first administrative officer. Why am I calling this epistemic transformation? Because no matter the situation, no matter those challenges, there are people in that leadership, there are people in that political society where they know the truth and they are standing for the truth, no matter the fact that they are into it. They know the experiences. And he told them, our methods all through has been words without action. This particular phrase caught my attention because it takes us to a society where they give promises to the people, politics of the stomach. They share out food, give them drinks, share more drinks. But what is happening? No action. Actually, my intervention today was supposed to be at two levels. One, looking at the women arm of the book. In Africa, most national liberation efforts rely on women's active participation in politics, be it numerically or substantively. And so when I look at the numerical representation of women in this text, amidst the epileptical political situation in the world of the anniversary, the writer introduces us, Mr. Sama, to two categories of women. One, the first one I call a femocrat. Well, who is a femocrat? The concept of femocracy is a derogatory way that Amina Mama used to describe a clique of women or organizations that prioritize their own interests, not the interests of the people. I will give you an example. They will build one toilet in Boya and 10 Prados will come to inaugurate one toilet. That is a typical example of femocracy, misplaced priority. So the first person I see is a femocrat. And the second category of women that I saw Mr. Sama introducing to us is an activist. You know, these women, they come in different shades. The femocrat is superficial. She's shallow, but she's a muted character who has a substantive position to take care of women's wants and their needs. But her focus is disoriented towards her looks and the compliment that comes with it. So we see these are women who get their names from either being the wives of, you know, there is something we call the first ladies. They come together, they are the wives of the big people. But then, why did the author, Mr. Sama, mute this character? The character is muted because she cannot speak. She's not result-oriented. And whenever she opens her mouth, I'm sure, I'm just getting into Mr. Sama's mind, they are not sure of what will come out because she's not confident. She's insecure. But her body, her hairstyle, her dressing, her presentation, sprinting on the mirror tells us the kind of person she is. And the husband, she spends her time clapping, even when people are in pain, even when the husband insults women. And I want to read a short excerpt from this. The husband just told us on page 9, and I read, "You may come back only to see your roads lined up by naked, old, angry-looking women awaiting action. And you know what that can mean for a not too powerful man." My interest here was about the naked, old, angry-looking women. But surprisingly, she clapped. You know, so you clap at everything that is being said. Even when they are insulting women. Yes, these women are old. They are angry. We are all angry. We should be angry. It's not a situation for people to smile. It's a situation for us to be angry. But you're clapping. So tell me, why are you clapping? And that is what pissed most of us up. Because when we see as women who are supposed to participate, women we've known women to represent, to be in their numbers. They represent in politics numerically. They clap, they are hand clappers, they are dancers. But this is an insult. And having a substantive position where people look up to you, you keep clapping even when it is wrong. It's painful. It provokes us. And I see how the citizens are angry. I am also angry just as a reader. So I already experienced what they call reader response. And the second category of women is the activist. This activist laments about the callousness, the lack of feeling about the masses, the happenings of that society. And so she raises hell, she complains. But you trust me, she is a visionary. she took up actions and she said, we are going to act. We will not sit and keep up. We will wear their dresses. So there is a day will come where we will be dressed in their own clothes. As a visionary, Mr. Sama, thank you so much. That day, even if it's not yet here, is still to come. I know people have gone out there, they are working towards it, but at one point we'll see that result. And she says if it doesn't work, and any other thing that goes contrary to what she thinks, it's a taboo. And I have something here. She says it's a taboo. Taboo, if you go with me on page 107, she says it. She says taboo. Taboo. Kill your brothers and sisters. Kill your wives and husbands. Mow down your children. Disbranch your souls from your primary roots. The time has come. Taboo. This is the moment of fulfillment. Look at yourselves and get into your feelings. Taboo. Close your eyes and see into your mind of yesterday. Taboo. There is no blood in your veins. Your hearts of metal have no feelings. They are not like us. No. The organs of reproduction in you have been fried up and replaced with death. Taboo. Yes, your kind and kin are not here. They cannot be here. Why? Iron rot cough and blood from innocent hearts. The time has come. Taboo. So go on and kill your wives, husbands, and children. Ready, taboo. 1, 2, 3, creak, taboo. The rest of the citizens sit down around her with hands on their heads. And she continues, here I am, taboo. Here we are, ready to accept the judgment. Go through me and devastate all life forever. Taboo. And when the third citizen and second AO stop and fight back, she shouts, desecrate existence and continue to live immortal. Taboo. This is the day of fulfillment, the day of the revelation of rejected apostles. This is the day we hope for, the end for. Taboo. Look at me. Taboo. I am the man and woman. I am boy and girl. I am the present, the past, and the future. The calabash that receives holes and mouths, the water of life, and molds the water of life, I'm sorry. Taboo. Shatter it. Exterminate all existence and life forever. Taboo. I would not continue to read, but I will employ all of us to read if you want to get the taste of this. I'm saying that, Mr. Sama, your mastery, your biblical allusions, the mastery of your language. Somebody said it, I'm sure it's your brother. He spoke about your language. The language is so, so good. When I read this book, I said, we can't teach this to secondary school. We can't even teach to undergraduate. A dissertation can be written on the anniversary. And the language is so rich, so, so rich. There are biblical stories that I got when you fitted it in the anniversary. And I want to applaud your efforts of putting the stories together. Please, if you want to know the end and what our femocrats are doing and our activists, read the anniversary and you will get it. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, you read as if you were already on stage. I had goosebumps coming on my body, and I feel like rereading the story. Guys, even when I read the story, I didn't feel this good. Thank you very much, Professor Elizabeth. We are going to have a short break, and we'll listen to some very special music. So let's go. And if you want to take a short bathroom rest, this is the time before you come back.
Absolutely. So 1 second.
Well, okay.
foka kodoro tabikandoro. Wabunwi kakodoro tabikandoro.
Instrumental.
Yeah, Kyala. Aluma Kyambada. Yeah, Kyala. Aluma Kyambada, Mama Kungwe Chankyambane, the Yonka. Mungo to Chankyambane, the Yonka. Aluma Kyala, Mama Wekano Mukudonge. Aluma Kyala, Mama. Chu Fumban. Che manjonge. Che bufwe. Woyo ngamona. Woyo ngakubale. Ngamona lo apole. Kundabi kusamo kulema.
Yourself.
Right. Over to you.
Um, yeah, we are moving to the next reviewer, reader, and that person is no other than Mr. Roger Doctor. I'm sorry, Doctor. I'm really sorry. You earned your title. The next reviewer is Dr. Roger Kechawambienda, who is going to give us his appreciation and a reading of his chosen excerpt of the book. I hope you all enjoyed Elizabeth reading the excerpt that she chose. Now we are going to hear. Interestingly, let me bring this up, being a gender researcher. The woman chose the place that pained her more, and she talked of femocracy. And she read what women were talking about. Let's hear what the man is going to read and see if he too is going to choose a man to read from or he's going to choose a woman. This is really funny. So let's hear what he has to say. Miss Dr. Roger Kechawambienda. Roger was my student in the University of Chang. So pardon me if I still see him as a student rather than a doctor who he is today. Roger, you're welcome.
Always, Mama, whether we like it or not. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to do this. I have not known Mr. Ambe for up to a month, but I think he is now like a father to me, and I'm very blessed to have asked to do this. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm going right to it. And as to whether you would be able to guess whose except or whose I would be reading, it is all left to you. When I read his text, I chose to do my interpretation my own way. It might end up not being exactly what he put out there, but that is what happens when you read a literary text. Your interpretation becomes yours. But enjoy it. Is it possible for me to share my screen? If not, no problem. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we do.
All right.
I can't answer because a different person is in control and only they can let you do that. If they do, you see yourself as a co-host, I think, and then you should be able. Yeah.
Are you able to share?
Yes, you can now share.
Right. All right. The Anniversary by Festus Ambe, Summer. This book is meant to be experienced and not read, but we must read it to experience it. And how can we read it if you do not buy it? But we will also stage it to experience it. So go get copies. So when they asked me to do a review of the book, I was wondering, I was kind of tossed one way and asking myself, what am I going to talk about? And I decided to revisit my high school literature classes. And I said, all right, I'm going to look at characters and themes. But I was also told that I have just 5 minutes. So I'm going to be very brief. Unique to drama is its author's ability to name his characters just anything. Yet he still leaves every reader ability to see themselves in these characters. And this is the case with Festus Ambe's literary gem, which we now have in hand. In no particular order, I have chosen to briefly talk about a few of them and how they have carefully but effortlessly exposed the numerous societal issues that any dictatorial regime dishes out to its subjects and the world at large. I'd start with Charity too, who happens to be the Oga Kwata Kwata in this text. The character in the text is a symbol of dictatorship, and regardless of who is watching, he is rich and affluent and looks after his own first before stretching his hand down to see if these citizens could have some crumbs to keep their miserable lives going. And when I say citizens, I'm talking about those whose lives he has chosen to spare. When a royal tries to justify why citizens need to be motivated with some of the anniversary goodies, his response is, where will they get the time to drink on such a day? Who will do the dancing and clapping for the very important dignitaries as they drive past at the reception. This already kind of paints the picture of what happens in our communities where dictators come down in their big pajeros, and as they drive around, we are expected to just clap in the wild dust and muds of our untarred roads. And for his own people, he says, charity, those are the first people to look after. They are the royaldom and the walking stick of the royalty. Any other person is secondary. And of course, we are the citizens and we are secondary. The royal bard, even as powerful as they think they are, dictators like Charity too would need remote controllable puppets like Royal Bard to run his self-servicing errands. He is a tool that His Highness uses to break the backs and the necks of the citizens. When I watch the play, I see a chief of staff in the American politics. For those of you who are watching the New World movie playing right now from my perspective, the royal bard is a king's messenger of doom to the downtrodden masses and the bringer of joy to those who serve at the behest of charity too. Uniform officers. Just look at the name and say no more. Depending on where you come from and what era, the name uniform officer will mean different things to you. If you are from some countries in Africa, such as Cameroon, the taste of that name on your tongue could be very uncomfortable. But if you are from some parts of the West, a warm image of uniform officers will caress your imagination. And just an aside, when I tell people that I'm part of the army, the next natural question is usually, which army? And I'm sure you do not doubt why. Uniform officers in this play are used as a weapon of oppression and dictatorship. On behalf of the king and at the command of the royal bard, with their weapons, they cow the citizens to submission. And we now have the citizens. They are generally the hardworking but poor people who are subjected to dancing and clapping for the very important dignitaries as they drive past. They drink only the citizens' choice of drink, white stuff. Second citizen in this text satirically describes their type as blessed and poor in riches. God refreshes them with white stuff so they can drink the champagne like the one we see in that shattered glass at the back of the cover of the book. But we, the citizens, are doomed to drink just white stuff. I also decided to talk a little bit about the themes, and I'm touching just the big umbrella under which we have a lot of sub-themes. Dictatorship is clearly established through the administrative structure, with charity too at the top, using the royal bard and the uniform officers to plant the tyrannic seed among the helpless citizens. Where there is dictatorship, oppression cannot be absent. The royaldom uses uniform officers as a tool to make sure the citizens are silenced in the case where they are doing any possible revolt against the status quo. Rebellion and revolution are imminent. There is this optimistic quote that you can fool some people, you can fool some of the people all the time and all the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. It will take only a moment before the citizens would put on their armors of courage and topple the Charity 2 regime. This particular quote gives me joy. It gives me hope that no matter the quagmire we are found in right now, there is hope in the horizon. And in summary, I put it in my very preferred way of writing poetry. In this anniversary of Sama Ambe, in Charity 2's heaven, where only the royal bard, the uniform officer, and dignitaries can wine and dine and toast to the glory of the nation, the citizens would clap and dance even to songs they hate to sing. Charity too, in joy and greed and grit, would grit and grin to show citizens his fake love and care, but deny them the audience to frankly dialogue. as hunger and anger are stronger in bed when their origin is the same, it makes sense to unite against a common foe. The romance between dictatorship and oppression would lead to an unwanted pregnancy, later born and named rebellion and oppression. If you are here and you are yet to see that you too are in a maze pot of art, watch again and again, and you will see yourself right at the center of the pot, either as Charity 2, Royal Bad, one of the uniform officers, or a member of a citizen club. Watch anniversary. Now, when I read the text and then came here and saw people buying the text to send to schools in Cameroon, I cannot but think about what has become of our community that does not read. We do have a lot of people who have books in their houses and they don't read them. When you buy these books, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go through the pages and read them. Our intention had initially been to come here and actually read the text to you. But what good would that make if you still have to buy the book? What we have said so far is just a tip of the iceberg. Go buy books. When I was in the University of Yaoundé 1, specifically in École Normale, late Professor Asson had his books to sell. And at some point, he was kind of reprimanded for selling books, making students buy books. And I happened to be the class coordinator and helped him sell some of those books. So he just cornered me once. He was very angry, but didn't know who to vent on. He just said to me, Roger, and I said, sir, if I don't sell book, that should speak to you and send you to the market, to the book market, to go buy these books. And not only buy them to keep in our shelves, to make Mr. Sama happy, but to actually read it and get entertained and take action. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Regime Bianda, for your review and for giving us a tester of what the themes are in the book. And please, he is encouraging all of us to get a copy and read. Next up is getting to know the author. And that segment will be run by Miss Lillian Dangam. If you go to your chat, you are going to see a link there, which is to join the Menti game. If you join that game, then there are rewards that she's going to be announcing, which you can win. So if you know the author, this is a chance for you to get a copy or two of free books, not the anniversary, other books published by Spears. Lillian, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mia. So I put a link in the chat. Please, if you click on that link, you're going to go to menti.com and it's going to link you to a quiz. I'm currently seeing some people joining. So we'll give it a few minutes. I'll share my screen and then we would proceed from there. So we have 6 people so far. The link is on the chat. Seven players. Please use your name so that if you win, we can easily reach out to you on the Zoom. So use your real name. I'm going to give it a minute or so and see if 2 other people join there. We can start with 10 people. Okay, 9. so far. So I'm going to share my screen.
I'll just encourage people to sign up. We are over 60 here, and it's a very exciting game. So please join. You'll have fun playing it.
So we have 2 books. The first winner is going to get a copy of a poetry collection by Michael M. Kenjo. His poetry collection is called Choking, published by Spears. And a second winner is going to get a novel, also published by Spears. The author is Keuma Langmea. It's called Paradise of Love and Pain. So, but to win it, you have to participate. So, okay, we have 12 people on. So a few things about participating in this game. You have to answer the question, but you also have to answer with speed and accuracy. So the fastest to respond, but also to get the correct answer right, gets the most point. Okay, so get ready to start. Sorry. Okay. So first question, where was the author born? We have a timer on screen. Time's up. Okay, nobody got that right. The correct answer is Ntamulum. I can see why a lot of people said Bafut. So, but the correct answer is Ntamulum. And nobody got that right. Even his children. So, okay, next question. So you have an opportunity to get some other question right. Oh God, sorry. All right. My screen share is really not working the way it should. From which university did the author have his first degree? You have 15 seconds to answer that. If you're here at the beginning, when he was introduced, you'll have a clue there. Time's up. 3 people got that right. University of Yaoundé. It used to be University of Yaoundé, and then it was split into Yaoundé 1 and 2. So those who said Yaoundé 1 could be forgiven. Okay, let's see who got that right and who got it fastest. Homer. So Homer is the leader so far. Okay.
I should say everybody can unmute themselves at this point so you can be interacting with each other. So everybody can unmute themselves. It's a fun
Third
moment.
question.
So.
Which of these books published by Spears book did the author contribute to? Oof. Take a wild guess. Okay. Bearing Witness. That was the right answer. Let's see Who got it fastest? That will be at the leaderboard.
Hey,
Looks
Patricia
like
Nkwedehin is here.
Who is this? Oh my, oh my.
Okay, the Merentia got it fastest, but Homa is still in the lead.
That is AI.
I don't know if you can get the answers to this from AI. You need a knowledge base of the author in the AI system. Okay, question 4. In which of these acting groups did the author act?
Whoa.
He's not just a playwright, he's been an actor as well.
My thing is doing things.
Mine is doing the same.
Okay, 8 people got that right. University of Yaoundé Theatre Troupe. Let's see who got it fastest and whether that changes things on the
If
leaderboard.
it's Homer, I'm going to give up.
Trisha Nkwedehin.
Patricia.
She was an actress herself, so she should know best.
Okay. Awesome. So she has overtaken Homer.
Homer, you can still beat it up.
All right. Next question. Which of the following books is written by the author?
Listening comprehension. It was named earlier today.
Yeah, that is correct. Awesome. 7 people got that right. Let's see how that changes things.
Okay, now me that. The angel.
Oh, Emerentia is at the top now. Okay. Patricia has been displaced.
Homer, you're in trouble.
Homer is going down fast, but there's still time. A few more questions, 6 or 10. The author is currently a member of what group? Writers Space Africa, Cameroon Writers Group, Anglophone Cameroon Writers Association. Okay, the right answer is Anglophone Cameroon Writers Association. And many people got that right. Who got it fastest? See, if you don't end up winning the quiz, you can always make a claim to fame that you got a particular response the fastest. Okay,
so
Brian,
dynamic.
Sama, well done on you. And Emerencia is still hanging on. 3,097 points. Okay. Question 7 of 10. We're getting there. In which university did the author work in Cameroon? University of Bamenda, Boya, or University of Yaoundé? University of Bamenda. Good on you, the 7 people who got it right. Oh, it's not looking good for Homer. Started out strong. Oh man, they're last now. Okay, well done to the Samarambe troop. They're leading. And next.
He's giving them the answer.
They know him well enough, yeah. Okay, 8 of 10. True or false? The author's last position at the ministry of secondary education was as a pedagogic inspector. True. That was his last position he held at the ministry. And nice. Okay. Next. Question 9 of 10. What year was the anniversary published, the book we're launching? Great, 2023. Lots of people know that. Thank you. 10 people got that right. Those are people who are... Patricia
is horrible.
Second. Awesome. Becky Sama got it fastest. Good for you. And where is the author currently based? Lots of people. 12 people responded. 11 got it right. Good for you. He currently is based in the United States. And that is our last question. Let's see how that changes things. Okay, congratulations. Brian Samambe is our winner. And you get a copy of Choking Poems by Michael M. Kenjo. And Patricia Kwetehim gets a copy of Paradise of Love and Pain. Also, I should have said at the beginning, a little caveat that we're only able to ship in North America, in the United States. So please let us know in the chat how to reach out to you. We're unable to ship these free books in the United States. So, but thank you all. Thank you all so much for participating. It was just a fun way for us to get to know the author a bit more and also to give out some free books by SPS. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I think next time we should disqualify the children of the author from participating.
Well, they didn't get all the answers right, did they? Some they failed. So it's a good learning experience as well.
That was really amazing. We got to learn a little bit more about the author and the different scenarios and geographical locations and professions that could have influenced the works that he's writing. So we're going to move to the very next section, which is marketing. I hate to use the word marketing. Is a second opportunity for you to get a copy if you didn't get it before. So now we are going to put again the QR code on the screen. And I think we can also put a phone number if people don't know how to use a QR code so that they can Zelle or Cash App or Momo if they want to use a phone number instead. I think that can also be done. A phone number for Momo in Cameroon was put earlier. We are going to put it again. So if you need a book, you can just indicate in the chat and we are going to get your information taken down so that you can have your copy. Otherwise, you can purchase it directly and then you write to Spears. Can we have Spears email as well so that if people purchase their books directly, they can write to us and give information on where to ship the book? that is also something they may be needing, an email address from us so that they can write to inform us of where they want to ship the book. I'm going to give back the floor to Spears so that they talk about post links, so that they talk about the 10 years that Spears has been in existence. We celebrated our 10th anniversary last December, and I wasn't present, but the pictures, it was an awesome ceremony. And we had a catalog, which was also produced to go along with the ceremony. So I'm giving back the floor to Spears.
Thank you, moderator Lillian. Thank you for doing such a fantastic job. I think this is an opportunity for us to, again, continue to celebrate the author and the art of writing and reading. So this item basically is an invitation for you to rate the book. So if you go on our website, you can rate this book if you think it deserves 5 stars, for example. For those who may have purchased this book on Amazon, you can rate this book there as well. And then most importantly, if you're not familiar with the Goodreads platform, this is also an opportunity for you to make the book known on Goodreads so that others can find the book useful. Your reviews might be helpful to other readers. So goodreads.com, go to goodreads.com and then search for the book. If it's not there, it's an opportunity for you to recommend other readers to learn about this title. So we'll be sharing more information about goodreads.com, and I'm hoping that the book is already there on that platform. If not, we think it deserves to be there. And it basically means readers recommending that this book is a good read and should be on the platform. So I think that with that said, we will move on, moderator, to the next phase.
Is asking if he can receive his prize in the United Kingdom. I don't know if that's something that Spears can consider.
He says he can ship to his family in the United States. That can be done.
Okay, that's fine.
If they're in the United Kingdom, we can also send to the UK. Yes, so they can send us their mailing address and we will be happy to ship that. But just a point of correction, the first prize is The Paradise of Love and Pain, and then the second prize is Choking by Michael Kengjo. So that's the correct price per our program.
Okay. As we move forward, if you didn't get a book earlier, this is the time for you to get your book. And this also morphs into the next part of our program, which is to bring our author. The author needs to face his audience and take questions from anyone who had been burning to ask the author a question. While doing that, keep your orders coming. And please, for the sake of time, we have just 10 minutes for this activity, actually. So don't take 2 minutes talking. Just ask a really quick, brisk, crisp question to the author. Don't drag it. We know you know the author. If it's a comment, please don't take more than a minute. We really plead with you so that others have the opportunity too to talk. So we are going to open the floor, but you are going to raise a hand and we would then appoint you and unmute you so you can ask the author. Can we put the author on focus, please? Mr. Cheng Edward is buying 5 copies. Thank you, Mr. Cheng. And please don't forget to either buy it directly or give us your information. Anybody has a question for the author? Sama Ambe Festus, you're welcome. If there's no question, I have my question. This is my own opportunity to ask the question. Did you get to thinking of this story? Was it this bad then, or you just thought it would get this bad? You're muted. We can't hear you. Lillian, you may have to unmute him. Okay.
Can you get me?
Yes.
Can you take the question again?
How did you get to thinking of this story, which suits the moment as if it was thought of today and written today?
Thank you very much. The little story about this book is very intriguing. When I just started working as a young man, I was in Manfred then. I happened to written a little sketch for students to perform during one of the anniversaries of the school. I started working at a time when the new old regime we have now had just come into place, and the students performed the sketch on stage, and the next day I was called into the police station for questioning. So I said, okay, if it's just a sketch by students and I have to answer some questions for it, it means that if I put some flesh on this skeleton, then it's going to cause a roar somehow, not just. So I put some flesh on it. Actually, the society at that time was not very different, but it was more the methods were more secretive. Now it's very open. So it's just gone worse. It's not like it wasn't existing. It's just gone worse. So I decided to put this, to put some flesh on it. And of course, there are quite a number of friends like Joya Joseph, Tammy Valentine, and so on, who kept pushing me, please, let's put this out. Let's put this out. It's going to cause a stir. And of course, I got a little reluctant knowing the kinds of environment we're operating on. But thanks to Spears and thanks to their constant push, I got to this. And I want to mention that my wife and my children have been very, very encouraging, pushing me to put these works out to the public. Why are you only writing? Publish, let's publish. And they keep motivating me. My family's been strongly behind me. All of you, my friends, So I thought about it, I lived it, and I'm still living it. So that's how it came about. I don't know what So that's it.
Any question from the audience? Anybody has a question? I don't see any raised hands, but this is the time that you have the opportunity to talk. And while we are, okay, Lillian Dangam has a question.
Oh, I'm curious to know why you chose the genre of drama over prose or poetry.
Drama for me because it's more immediate. I think that when the action is on stage, you're living it live. When you read the book as drama, you see the characters moving in front of you. You hear it from the characters themselves. You don't get maybe an author trying to tell you what a character does and trying to interpret the character for you to some extent, but it is more immediate because drama is a genre of now. And that is why the dialogue is always in the present. It's unlike maybe what we'll see in a novel where we're narrating in the past. Drama is more immediate. And I think that when people read it, they see in the action
in front of them at that moment.
It's during what?
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here to be part of this book launch for Mr. Sama Ambe. And thank you for organizing this. So I just want to ask, if you have to rewrite the story, how will you want it to end? Given that you've written this book, you've read it, is there something that you think you can do differently? Like, how will you rewrite a different ending and give power to a different character?
Long and short of it, I will want the woman to become the ruler.
That's it. You know where I was going to.
And if I can chime in,
thank you.
If I can chime in, you've actually been accused of not giving voice and power to the women in this book. How would you react to that?
I'll think to the contrary, because I think that when you've actually read the book to the end, you realize that there are basically only two female characters. One, like Professor Elizabeth highlighted, is the mute one, who conveys a different narrative from the one who is active. And the one who is active kind of takes all of humanity, let me put it that way, into herself. She extracts herself from humanity and projects her humanity and her womanhood. And it is that power which she uses to subdue, not subdue, to cajole the military in the play. And the military kind of, yields. All the males listen to her. Let me just tell you something. When the citizens have been conscientized enough, and the second citizen says that he doesn't know exactly where we go from here. I don't know exactly where we go from here. The woman says, I know. And she's the one who carries the men along, So at the end, when you say little voice is given to the women, well, every critic has got his or her point of view. But I think that the power of the woman in the play is very manifest. Even at the end of the play, you realize she comes ahead and points at the little boy and the little girl and slaps her womb. As long as there are children in this womb, this movement will come to stay. It will not be challenged again. I think I saw women caressing the guns of soldiers in Zimbabwe when Mugabe was overthrown. They got military people's guns, kissed them, danced with them, and embraced military and gave them. I saw the situation in South Korea, where the military joined the population and overthrew a president who was going to turn the country into an autocracy. The examples are numerous. We're living them right now. So I think the person who has that impression should reread the role of the woman in the play. Thank you.
Thank you. We are going to take two last questions. The first is Eric. The first question will be that from Eric, and then after we'll take one from Martin. It looks like there's a third one. So Eric, quickly, let's take your question, and then we see if we'll take for Martin, and then the third person before he answers. Eric, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm so elated to be part of this book launch. Mr. Sama Ambe, the author Sama Ambe Festus, has been a mentor and has actually moved mountains in the world of literature in Cameroon and now the world at large. Shakespeare has been criticized for using fewer women in his plays. And now you want to convince us that the women take over power, yet you use just 2 women in the play. I haven't read the play, I'm yet to read. How would you actually tell us that you want the women to take over when you use just 2? Why not bring in so many women who might have formed the masses or the chorus, like T.S. Eliot used this in Mother in the Cathedral, to make us know that the women can move mountains when they come together.
Okay.
That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. To start with, the women in Mother in the Cathedral are actually just the chorus. They are the lay women of Canterbury, and they don't actually, they just accept the action the way it is, and they actually do not change anything. They accept the action as divine action, which has come upon them. In a context like ours, I think it is not the numbers that count. It is the action that is taken that counts. The woman in the play, the active woman in the play, is representative to tell you that if women come together, they are a force to reckon with. So I'm not counting numbers. When I wrote, I wasn't counting numbers. I was using the woman in the play as a voice for all women who are capable of taking action. Remember at one time in the play, she says that it took one woman to change the world, and it would take one woman to turn this place inside out.
Okay.
When we go back to the biblical story of the woman, remember, even in the Garden of Eden, if we look from a biblical perspective, the only person who did not sleep in the garden was a woman. So the man slept. So what happened between the woman and God and the devil, the man did not know.
Thank you, sir.
So,
We take a question from Martin.
Hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Hi, my name is Martin. I first of all, congratulations to the playwright for this work. Unfortunately I joined late, so there may have been an answer or two that you gave in the beginning that I didn't get. And secondly, I haven't read the play. I plan on, purchasing a copy afterwards. My question is kind of both personal and slightly on the work itself. I myself, I used to be a drama professor and a film professor, so I do admire the craft. On on a personal note, just based on what people were saying, when were you in Yaoundé, please? I know this may have been answered, but I wasn't here, unfortunately.
1983 to 88, first university and higher teachers training college.
Okay, that means we were in Yaoundé at about the same time, because I'm trying to. I was in Yaoundé from 84 to 88, so
okay,
I get that. My second question is more to the book. I haven't read it, so please forgive me. There's always been this when I read African plays, generally speaking, and in Cameroon, there's been this reliance a lot on politicalness of places in deciding main focuses on the play. I myself, I am more of I approach things differently, more from, I would say, a sociocultural perspective. So were you at any time in writing this play, did you have something at the back of your mind, a message which was not political, but which you felt could be useful, not from a political perspective, not from a character perspective, but more from a contemporary and cultural perspective? Was there something that influenced you in that? I don't know if you get my question here.
Yeah, yes.
And finally, where in the United States are you?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's where I am. All right, I'll get to know you better.
Okay, we'll get to talk later. Okay.
Yes.
However, besides the fact that the book talks about politics and overthrowing a government or a system, and the general idea is that unity is strength. When you come together, you can achieve so much. Be it to overthrow a government, be it for developmental purposes, be it for whatever you want to do. When people come together, they are a stronger force in any enterprise they take. So that doesn't tie itself solely to politics. It can be applicable to any other positive aspect of the society. Given time constraints, I think we can talk about that behind the screens.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And moderator, thank you very much as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fusi, and that was such a good question. Being the last speaker, we thank you as well, but I want to chip in something.
I think he had his hand up.
Oh, okay. I'll get to you, Mr. Njoya. Let me just finish my thought. Thank you. We have Lola Kamanya. She was here today. I don't know if she's still here. She does write drama and she does write poetry and novels, but that political undertone is near absent in her work. When I say political, I mean like national politics. Of course, there's politics in everything. So you may need to read more locally written material. I don't know, maybe those that are more projected are the political ones, but I do know a few that are not political. Mr. Njoya, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Professor Itanga. I wish to congratulate my brother, Festus, and to say that I happen to have been one of the first to have read the sketch which we presented in Manfe. And I remember when he was called to the police and questioned, we all went there to defend that my brother should not get into the cell. And after that, I pushed him, continued to push him, and we decided, I kept asking him that we should prepare a troop and get on stage, which he refused. I want to find out from him today whether if he were in Cameroon and I pose the same question, he will be ready to join me on stage because I am ready. Have a nice evening.
Okay, that's Manfe was not the first time we had been threatened. I remember when we acted the rape of Michel by Bole Butake in the University of Yaoundé in the Congress Hall. We did the first performance and we were invited for a second performance. When we went for the second performance and finished, the next day troops came into the police came into the university to arrest us. It was thanks to Ndumbe Eyo and Bole Butake, God rest their souls, that we were saved. So that's not the first time I found myself there. If I were in Cameroon and this book came out, being an actor, when you're an actor and you are going on stage, you are ready for anything, especially when you're touching areas that are very sensitive. So just get ready, form the troop. When you find me in Cameroon, we'll go on stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you all who have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Njoya. Thank you all. Oh, Mr. Njoya, I remember you. Thank you all who have been in this book launch and who have waited till now. It's 3:33. That's 2.5 hours that we have been sitting here. That shows the interest that people have in the book. But now we are going to formally close the book launch and we will stop the recording. And then you can have normal conversations. So Spears, I hope you stop the recording. And we will open the floor. We will let the microphones. We will still mute everybody, but we'll give the option for people to just talk without any moderation. So the moderation is over. Thank you all for coming. And we are inviting you to our next book launch. We are going to, sorry?
I said we have closing remarks.
Yeah, okay, yes. From
from the author,
Okay.
moderator, and the publishing team.
Okay.
So author maybe.
Okay, thank you very much, PS team. I know we have gone far way ahead of the time we anticipated for this. Thank you so very much for keeping us. I want to thank everybody. I will not be able to call individual names, but I want to thank groups of people. I want to start with my wife and my children. They have been very supportive. They keep me afloat when I'm writing, and they take interest in everything I do. So I want to thank them specially for standing by me. You can see the way they were coming in today, and like Lillian said, somebody said I was releasing answers at the background. Please, I was not even in the room with any of them. So I want to start thanking. I want to start by thanking them. I want to start to thank my larger family. Represented here by the family head, my elder brother Tasama. They have also been very supportive. You saw the way they came in today strongly enough to support me. They actually call me in the family, in the Shakespeare of the family. I don't know why they decided to do that. I want to thank my mates of CPC Bali, my students from Government High School Mamfe. That's where I actually started teaching when I left school. So I was nurtured into teaching in GHS Mamfe. And I want to assure you that that was one of the best stations I had, followed by Bafut, my own very dear Bafut. I want to thank my former students of GHS Mamfe, GHS Bafut. I want to thank my classmates of CPC Bali. We are a brotherhood. Let me let you know that. Most of them are not here today because of other engagements, but rest assured they are going to come in to continue getting these books into, like I said before, I have opened a book basin. I didn't want to call it a book basket because so many people talk about book baskets, a book basin. And I am calling on everybody to come in, contribute to that book basin so that we can share to the younger generations coming up. So I thank them. I thank my Bafut community that has come to join me in this venture. I thank my friends. There are lots and lots of my friends. I don't know. There's supposed to be one of my friends whom you permit me name, David. He's a friend I met at a workplace somewhere here in the US. He was supposed to be with us. I haven't quite checked because I've been a little busy. On the whole, please, I have all of you at heart, and I'll be reaching out after the launch. Rest assured. So thank you also very much. Thank you, Jude. You've been with me every step. And my two lilies, they're always there. Thank you also very much.
Thank you. And PS, closing remarks.
So on behalf of the publishing team, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us today. This was a massive participation. And we thank you for your engagement and for coming in and learning a bit about Spears and what we do and about the author. Hopefully this gives you a sense of our dedication to publishing and to publishing alternative voices. A book like this one is important. Personally, for me, when we grew up, we did not have a lot of TV, so drama was what we looked to. And we had theater troupes that used to come by and stage plays. And those are that's the form of entertainment that we grew up in. So I want to thank the author for looking to that genre and looking to revive it. I hope people in Cameroon will grow to know that and appreciate that form of art and the sense that it brings, like you said, it brings immediacy when you actually watch a play being acted on stage. So I want to appreciate you for that. Thank you to all those who made purchases today. We still have that sale going on our website. Take advantage of that. And we really want to appreciate all those who bought copies to give to libraries in Cameroon. We really, really need to encourage reading for leisure in our community. It's something that is really not talked about a lot, but hopefully with books that we write, we publish, and the purchases that you make to help libraries get that, we would continue with that cause and make people read more. The more you read, the more you know, as the great Dr. Seuss said. And the more you know, the more places you will go. And for all my Buffalo people, I want to say Mia. Bundiba buta. Mia.
Njika na Miyamba.
Thank you all for showing up and for supporting our author in Bali, Husseini Festus.
Yeah.
Ta. Mia.
Miyandi.
Mia.
That's
you
great.
know Bafut so well.
I'm telling you. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you all so much. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And thanks to my very lovely chief launcher. I was going to miss him out. He spoke so well and he broke down the book. He broke down the book into very little fine details. Thank you very much, Ndim, for Mia.